Okay folks, let's see what this is. This is something interesting. Found it yesterday on a walk that I was doing yesterday. Let's see if we can make it turn up a treat. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have here a broken key ring. We just got the tag, which is a Mossman Toyota. Found this in the dirt. As I said, I was walking, so I found this in the dirt when I was walking. So I've decided to, of course, to souvenir it, to make it into something interesting. Going to put a piece of paper behind it, make it look nice. Yeah, that's come up to be quite a treat actually, this Toyota thing, it's not Mossman Toyota. Yeah, I'm going to make it a bit larger and I'm going to make it into a mirror image. But basically, yeah, Toyota. I do wonder if maybe I should chuck a background colour in it. Maybe I'm thinking yellow, what I call the happy colour. Maybe take out some of that red. Leave that. Yeah, that looks a little bit better now with the yellow. I do think it could be better. Yellow, happy colour. I call yellow the happy colour, folks. It's a colour that I associate with happiness and vitality and all that sort of shit. Yeah, I do like Toyota. I actually do have a liking for Toyota, even though I'm not a person who's ever held a license. Toyotas are always good. My parents used to have a Toyota Corona many years ago, decades ago. If anyone remembers the old Corona, not COVID-19, folks. I know that's a terrible joke, but folks, you know, there was a series of cars called Toyota Corona. And Corona indeed was... I actually had a joke about it back then, back in the day. Photocopiers in the old days at least used wires inside called Corona wires. that would that was a part of the photocopying process, and these corona wires would emit a powerful, or should I say a high voltage, a real high voltage in the order of kilovolts or thousands of volts, and these would cause the wire to glow purple, and that was like what was called a corona discharge. So, and I used to make a joke about it. I used to say, what car would a photocopier technician like to drive most? And the answer, of course, was a Toyota Corona. Sorry, that's a terrible throwback to my youth, folks. But I had some, even though I got teased and bullied at school, I got treated like shit, my family didn't like my photocopier art and what I was doing with the photocopier, but I still found it funny making all these jokes about the photocopier, and that was one of them. And it just takes me back to when I was very young and very enthusiastic about becoming a technician. Really wanted to be a technician, folks. That was my dream job when I was from year 8, when I was only 13 at the time, and I really wanted to be a technician. So I tried to learn as much about copier theory as I could, and I even did work experience in that field as well. So I really, this is too big again. I'm going to have to make it a bit smaller. But I really relished those days when I was young and enthusiastic about my future as a technician, and really I just wanted to it was a way of escaping the realities of school, the teasing, the bullying, the schoolwork, the high expectations that were placed upon my shoulders from the school, from my family, all this heavy shit that I didn't need in my life, that I didn't want, but I ended up having to bear. And it was horrible. School was a traumatic experience, if ever there was. And I don't want to go back to school. And if I'm going to study again, I'm hoping they'll have technology to fix the problems that I had with learning because of brain damage at birth. And I'm looking forward to having bionic implants to help enhance the broken parts of my brain and make them work again. Well, they never worked very well anyway, actually, from the get-go. But basically, I found the problem getting worse. My memory is really fading on me badly, and I struggle to remember simple things like a person's name, the name of a song, how a song on the radio goes, name of the song, name of the artist. I used to be able to remember those sorts of things when I was a lot younger, but now my brain's just fucked up even further. So there's no way I'm going to be able to go back to school like I am. That's just fucking wishful thinking, folks. It's just like banging your head against a brick wall. So I'm waiting for them to have the technology and the medicine to fix the problems, so I can study and I can one day become CEO of a future photocopier company. I've decided to raise the bar from being a mere technician to becoming a CEO and a founder of founding, like someone who creates their own company. Like a Bill Gates or a Stephen Jobs, or Steve. I think he's called Steve, not Stephen. Steve Jobs. The innovators, true innovators, folks. That's what I'd like to be. I'd like to trailblaze and make a new system of photocopying. And that's another story at this stage, but that's come up looking quite interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.